One of Britain's most famous fortifications is Dover Castle. It was originally built in the Iron Age and then extended upon in the medieval period. Many eras had the castle change, and one of the biggest changes was the Napoleonic era. Although you probably won't get to know too much about it if you go to the castle, for only 2 Napoleonic tunnels are open. One of them are called the medieval tunnels, and the others have been turned into a World War II show as the places were reused in World War II. Underneath is a nuclear bunker called the Dumpy, but that is inaccessible without paying an overpriced fee. However, some of the Napoleonic tunnels, in fact most of them, have been neglected and left under the castle to rot by English heritage, and today we go in there. Right now we're in a 3-story Caponia. We've had to be very quiet due to, well, we're underneath Dover Castle. I won't go into too much detail. But, in case you're wondering what a Caponia is, it's this kind of defensive firing gallery within part of a fort, usually Napoleonic, but this one appears to be Victorian due to the slightly different nature of it and its similarity to another fort. Don't worry, that shot doesn't reveal where it is. But this one is 3 stories, whereas most are usually 2. And the floors are made of wood rather than slate. So we dropped down to the lower floor, and we saw the original door there. And a slightly different design down here with a lot more blue paint. You can see parts of the ceiling are dripping. But there are loads of original doors in this area, which is something I like. And then we carry along down the main tunnel. And there's slight changes in brickwork, and then a lack of brickwork, and a big chalk line section, and there's some graffiti, not the bad kind, the good kind, which is years old. Parts of it are 1980s or 1990s, but other parts are carved in from World War II, or even the 1800s. There's so much, it was too much to film. We've gone down there with cameras, we still haven't been able to get the whole thing. It's just bloody amazing, and there's 80s graffiti, which is something you don't usually come across, so that was quite cool. And we found that, and it was a lot more detailed than the rest, but it was a lot more ruined as well. And there we have 1897, I believe, but yeah, that's a lot. And then we stopped here, because up here is the castle. Now, there's another set of spiral staircases. It actually comes out next to the top of these ones. So there are 2 sets of spiral stairs in this Caponia, and they both come out next to each other. If you're wondering what the point in making 2 different entry points was, it's because the lowest floor had those original doors. So if anyone got in, they wouldn't be able to get to the upper floors of the Caponia. And the only reason we got into the lowest floor is because of that big hole in the ground. If that big hole wasn't there, there would have been no way in, unless someone had horribly vandalised an entrance, or we got in somehow by going into the castle. So, after we'd done the lowest floor, we decided to go back up to the next floor through the hole. It was quite a risk, but once we'd done it, we ascended the broken stairs and we're up to the highest floor. Unfortunately here the camera ran out of storage, so I had to convert to my phone. You can see layers of dust floating up and down the camera lens. So we crawled past a piece of wood that we swear wasn't there last time, that was nailed into the doorway and had a danger sign underneath it, and then decided to walk along the main tunnel. Now maybe people have been working in here, we're not exactly sure, because there's another Caponia nearby, and there's definitely been modern scaffolding in that. There's a difference between modern scaffolding and not modern scaffolding. But anyway, the point is, we walk down this tunnel kind of slowly, because if you listen, I'm guessing you can hear voices above. I don't know, I can't hear the audio of this clip, but I've left the audio in so you know what it's like there and you get more of a feel, but you can also kind of hear me. I don't know, I think you should hear me. But anyway, what we do is we go to this spiral staircase that comes out right next to the other set of spiral stairs to be done. But there's a modern Y there, so I decided not to go all the way up this time, even though I've done it before. And yeah, that's the end of our video on just one of the many Victorian and Napoleonic tunnels in Dover Castle that you probably didn't know about. See ya.